welcome to Books and Things with Tom. We have an interesting program today. Well, they're all interesting, and I hope. And we've got representatives from the Groton Regency, and they got some programs going on they'd like to talk about. And one of them is Saturday, July 8th, from 12:30 to 3. They're in their front parking lot, and it's something for the residents. And it's a car show put on by the Yesteryear of Oakdale Car Club. And everybody's welcome to come. Contact Monique, and we'll give you her phone number in a second as we introduce it to you. And my guests today are Monique Terelak.
Yeah, Monique Terelak.
Terelak. And Monique is in charge of the retirement section.
Correct, yeah. The residential section, the independent living section, retirement section, all the same thing.
You got to move the town closer to the front, though. This is a long walk.
Oh, I know. I keep asking the town about that to move it closer. I know.
Man. And incidentally, the Groton Regency has just been rehabbed. All floors and walls, and God, it's gorgeous in there. And we also have Lynn, Marino, who is the admissions director of the skilled side.
Yes.
So the place is actually split up into two different groups.
Yes.
So if you get bad on one side, you go to the other. And
Yes.
and now, how long have you been there?
I just came back to the Groton Regency, but I've been doing admissions for 10 years.
Wow. Wow. I like the Groton Regency. My mother was there, my brother was there, and I'm hoping I'm not going to be there. I'm too old for that anyway. So, where were you before Groton Regency?
I was in other nursing homes, but the administrator reached out to me and asked me if I'd like to come back to the Groton Regency, so I was very happy to go back home to the Groton Regency.
Yeah, well, it's a nice place. And it really is. Somebody was complaining that food was terrible. I said, you got to be kidding. The food is not terrible.
I don't think so. I try to eat there every couple of weeks or so, and
Yeah.
I think it's great. My favorite's the chicken pot pie
Oh, yeah.
and the cupcakes.
Yeah, I know my brother would call down here and order stuff.
Yes.
And they'd prepare it for him. And I was really shocked. But that was Greg. He'd do that.
And we have a set menu, but people always have options. We also have an a la carte menu. So if you don't
Yes.
like what's on the menu, you can order whatever you'd like for the most part.
No, I always found the food good. Sometimes I'd eat with him, and I never had any problem. I think people are strange. They got to complain about something. And you're on the A, B, and C.
No, I take over. I'm the admission director for the skilled side, so we have AB, which is a short-term unit. We have a long-term unit, and we also have a secured unit.
Okay, secured is
Upstairs, so we have a total capacity of 162 beds.
Wow.
It's big. Plus my 81.
You're at 81.
81. So an independent living, which is completely hands-off, but we do medication management, wellness checks, just make sure everyone's doing okay. There's 81 bed over there. And rooms are constantly being renovated all the time. So
Yeah.
it's a big facility, very big facility.
It's huge.
It is, and there's a ballroom, there's huge
I was
rooms.
just going to say that you allow us, my group, to meet in there for the Connecticut authors and publishers, and that ballroom is beautiful.
Yes,
It
it
is.
is, with the
And
chandelier.
my members get in there, they don't want to leave.
Yeah, and we welcome community groups to come in there. We have the Boy Scouts who come in. We have your group that comes in. We have some other groups. Off the top of my head, I can't remember, but we welcome community to come in, use the room. There's a piano in there. I think there's an organ in there. I mean, that room holds, I want to say, between 50 and 80 people.
Really?
So we welcome people
Wow.
to come in there and use the room. As long as it's a community event, people can contact me and use it.
Yeah, because we'll have usually 15, 20, every once in a while, 25 or 30 people in there. And it's so comfortable because you have all the overstuffed chairs. It's not like go to the meeting room where you get the stiff back chairs and
Right.
tables, and we enjoy it. We really do. And I would recommend it for anybody else. Now, you said you have another event coming up besides the car show.
Yes, July 12th, we have Dining for a Cause at 99 in Groton. We're raising money for the Alzheimer's Walk that will be held at Ocean Beach on September 17th.
Wow.
We're a big supporter of Alzheimer's because we do have folks that have Alzheimer's and
Yeah.
dementia in our secured unit.
Wow.
And then we're going to start having senior community breakfasts. So anybody
Once a
who
month.
is 55 and over, free to come in and just have breakfast. I think the first one's going to start in September. And then it's just a chance for people to come in, enjoy conversations with people, utilize our facility, and we can answer any questions that they may have, but just giving the elderly population an outlet, a social outlet to come in, and we might do different talks and things during them, but we hope to have them once a month.
Wow, that's cool. Mm-hmm. And you used to have flea market or yard sale type thing.
Once a year, yes.
Yeah, we're looking into that. The car show is going to be one of the bigger events that we've done. I think we're going to have a DJ there. We're going to have juice there. We're going to have handing out popcorn, things like that. So that's open to the public. We welcome everyone to come in and have fun. So yeah, I love doing the bigger events. They are some work,
Yeah.
and but the residents like it. We've got a good population over there in independent living who can get out there. So
Yeah.
plus the residents on the skilled side as well.
Yeah, because the craft shows used to be big.
Yeah.
In the fall, we used to
Yeah.
hold them.
Yeah. And because I went down and sold my books down there, we're always, everybody's so friendly and everything. Except my brother, who wouldn't come up to visit me.
We're actually talking about, I have some friends involved in train shows, craft shows. I mean, any of those groups, it's such a huge facility. We could host any of those
yeah.
events.
I have a list of crafts people, so
Oh, yeah.
if you need it. Anyway, it's nice to know that such a beautiful facility is open to a lot of community projects. Because you it's like a school sitting there all summer long, closed up.
I can go over what we do too.
Yes, go ahead. What,
So for the skilled side, we offer physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy 6 days a week. Once you're discharged, we also offer a type of outpatient therapy. We do pulmonary rehab, and we have a pulmonologist, Dr. Ramito, who rounds weekly. We have respiratory therapists on staff 5 days a week. We have certified IV nurses on staff. We have our assistant director of nurses is wound certified, and our APRN is also wound certified. We take patients that have TPN. We do sleep studies in-house. We have nurses certified in peritoneal dialysis, so we do dialysis right in-house in their room.
wow.
We do specialty IV medications. We deal with cardiology, neurology, orthopedics, and we're also a preferred provider for United Healthcare and Optum.
Really?
We also take a variety of different insurances as well, Medicare, Medicaid, different managed cares as well.
It's getting so complicated.
We do handle complex medical cases
Yeah.
for people, and
I didn't know that.
Very complex.
Now, you mentioned United Health. Is that for somebody that's in there that has the United Health? Or?
We could also offer them to sign up for Optum, and then they can become an Optum patient and be seen.
Oh, okay.
They also have a nurse practitioner that is for Optum that follows the patient as well.
Because I know I have United Health, and I get a physical every year. A lady comes to my house and.
the
weird.
the neat thing about Groton Regency is that we do accept state assistance, so we do accept Medicaid, and we can help people go through that process if they need it. We do accept insurance, but my big question when I first started there is what type of people go here? Like, why would people go here? What kind of patients do we have or residents? And the answer is, in independent living, if people just need an extra set of eyes on them, if they just need help taking their medications, but they're independent,
Yeah.
they're welcome to come live there. I can help them do the state assistance. If they make under $2,200 a month and don't have a lot of assets, for the most part, they'd probably qualify for the state to assist them to live there. It's a great program. It's called the Cash Assistance Program. And again, the criteria is making under $2,200 a month. They have 3 meals a day, medication management's there, everything is taken care of, and they're independent. We push people to be independent. We want them to get there, get out, go out, be active in the community. It's just an extra set of eyes. So we make sure we get our eyes on everyone every day. Other than that, they're on their own.
That's great because I know a lot of people living in apartment houses need help and they don't get it.
Right,
Absolutely.
right. And then it's considered in the community, so if they want to have their home care agencies or whoever still come in. And then as people get older, if they need more, a higher level of care, they can transition over to Lynn's side.
Right.
And that's when the insurance kicks in, or they could still stay on state assistance. We accept state assistance as well. And so they never have to leave.
You know, it was always a convalescent home.
Years
That's all it
ago.
was.
That word, I
That's all it
know.
was, a convalescent home.
We went from
went there to
convalescent
die.
homes, and that's how it's changed through the years. We went from being a convalescent home, but now we're considered skilled nursing facilities.
Yeah.
It's not institutional looking anymore. It's not the old metal beds. It's home, and our motto is we're visitors in their home.
Well, a lot of times too, people will be shipped out of the hospital into your facility because it's less expensive and you can do almost as good a job as they can in the hospital.
Right. Yeah, we do have 3 doctors on staff, a pulmonologist on staff, and it almost functions like a mini hospital in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And the goal is to get people home. We have younger people come in for different things. If they don't have a support system at home, they're still working full time. They come in, they get rehab, and they go out.
Yeah.
That's our
So-
baby boomers population.
Yeah. Well, the rehab section has really grown.
Yes.
And it's amazing what they do down there. Because you have the exercises, you got a whole gym on the other side of the building. And I used to watch my brother go in there and work out. So it's not a convalescent home anymore. It's
No, it's a skilled nursing facility.
skilled nursing facility, which is good. And it's nice to know that it's available.
And we have activities 7 days a week. So, I mean, it's not just a place, we don't want it to be a place to die like it used to be thought of way in the past. It's, you continue on your life. You go to the senior center, you have your family visit, you go out and visit with your family, you go across the street to the Spot restaurant, you have lunch, and you continue on your life.
Yeah. Which is cool. I used to bring my brother over to the Spot. And it was fun. It was just, but it's local. And I know I've seen a lot of people in wheelchairs going over to the grocery store or whatever. And God, there's like a parade going back and forth there, which is a good thing. And we have to get rid of that term of convalescent home because it really doesn't exist anymore.
No,
Right.
it does
And when
not.
I talk to families, they're always apprehensive about they don't want to put dad in a nursing home or they don't want to put mom in this place. And I said, quality of life goes both ways for both the kids, the caregivers, and the patient.
Yeah.
So if your quality of life is deteriorating because you're taking care of mom or taking care of dad, I mean, if there's an outlet such as this where they can make, both of their lives better.
Yeah.
But I know that caregivers get pushed to that place where it's not such a good place and they start verbally maybe saying things to their parents that, they wouldn't normally say, but they get pushed to that place and there is outlets. There are places that you can get help. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
Well, it's good to know because it's as you get older, that's what you think of. Where am I going to go? Who's going to take care of me?
Absolutely.
So
And all I got left is my grandson.
Lynn, I was going to ask you, because I know when I first started there, I heard the word secure unit, and I thought, geez, what is that? Can people get out? Can people go in? So I thought maybe if you could elaborate on what is a secure unit and what's the benefit of it?
A secured unit, you do have to have proper diagnosis. You have to either have a dementia or Alzheimer's diagnosis. And basically it's just a keypad on the door, and you have to enter a code to go in or out. And it's just to keep our folks safe, but they have free range on the units, and they can walk, pace, go back and forth, but they're secured in the unit, so they're not at risk of eloping.
Right. And a lot of times family members have that code, right?
Or
They're able-
staff will code them out.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I would think that some people you have to be a little nervous about.
We code them out as staff members.
Okay, we discussed the car show, dining for a course, senior breakfast. Now, what about various volunteering?
So
You-
we constantly need volunteers. We have some great volunteers that come in now. They interact with the residents. Sometimes we allow them to own programs if they want to come in and play guitar, if they want to do manicures. the sky's the limit, but I know that local schools sometimes have volunteer hours, so we encourage people that we always need volunteers. And people have little talents that they might not think are too fabulous, but you know, when you're sort of stuck in a room sometimes all day, or you don't get out how you used to,
Yeah.
playing a little guitar music or maybe harmonica or any of that is very beneficial. So we're always in need for volunteers. If you can volunteer a half hour, 15 minutes, whatever it is, sometimes just coming in and reading to people is all it takes. But we do have some great volunteers, but we're always looking for more.
I could volunteer to come in and talk about my books.
That would be awesome.
Absolutely.
And I did one up in, I don't remember where it was now. And I got through talking, and everybody in the room was crying.
No.
And I went, what did I do? And I was talking about Mystic book. And I said to the nurse, I said, why are they all crying? Did I say something? She says, they're happy.
Yes.
They have the happy memories. Mm-hmm. And I said, oh, I thought I got them all upset. But it was good to, because it does, you know, that book talks about memories and what it was like as a child.
Brings
And-
them back to their own childhood.
Exactly. They're probably not buying any books, but it's, you
It's
trigger memory.
therapeutic.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Familiar trigger, you know.
exactly. So whenever you want, let me know. I just find it fascinating that you do so much down there. If anybody wants any information about anything, you can call them at 860-446, and I lost the last four numbers.
9960.
9960. And you can ask for Monique or Lynn, and they'll be happy to help you out and send you in the right direction.
So we do want to do more community events, and we had talked in the past about doing like a fall bazaar or winter bazaar. A couple times a month we try to drop off cookies to the local ambulance department. We're going to be doing the police department, things like that, just to reach out and say, you know, thank you for all that you do.
Yeah.
We've talked about doing a chili cook-off with first responders, things like that. So we want to be part of the community. You know, Groton Regency has been there since the early 70s. We want to be part of the community, embrace the community, whatever we can do to volunteer. Lynn and I do reach out to the local senior centers, volunteering that way. I volunteer for a great agency up in Norwich called Senior Resources. They're fabulous. I don't make any money off of saying that. They're anything that you need, any questions on Medicare, Medicaid, Title 19. They're a nonprofit organization, and I volunteer on their board to raise money because they do need extra funds since they're a nonprofit. But it's Senior Resources, and they're just a wealth of information. So we volunteer there, but anything that we can do to volunteer in the community, if anybody needs gift baskets or anything like that, we're happy to help out.
Cool. I think anybody who reaches age 65 should get a package in the mail with all the stuff that's available, because we don't know.
I know,
Yes.
and I've heard stories that people don't respond in the correct amount of time, and I almost think when you do turn 65, you should start making phone calls to agencies such as Senior Resources, asking what I'm supposed to be doing, who I'm supposed to be reaching out to, so you don't miss any deadlines. No, I got the show. I got it. Jeez. And Lynn, you volunteer for places as well, correct?
Yes. For
Oh, okay.
yes, I'm a member of I'm a member of the NEFI, which is the New England Filipino American Association. I'm an officer, and we do a lot of community outreach. We do local community volunteering, and we also do it abroad in the Philippines.
Very nice.
See, that's the thing, there's so much out there, and which is why I like this show, because we try to get everybody knowing what's going on and what's available. I did 8 weeks on heroin addiction, and hopefully somebody got something out of it. I did.
The amount of resources out there for seniors is amazing. I mean, you just have to make the right phone calls, but there is help out there. If you're either a senior in your house that need help, or you're a caregiver that needs relief, I know there's programs out there for caregivers. There's financial programs out there for caregivers. if you need help in your home and you don't want some young person coming in, there are seniors helping seniors. You can get somebody that's your own age to come in there.
I can
There's
do respite.
Yeah, there's all kinds of great programs out there for both caregivers and for the elderly. And I hate the thought of somebody sitting there suffering because they don't know who to call or they don't know what to do, especially if you're a caregiver and you're getting frustrated. There's help out there for it.
Yeah.
So
And we can also, on the skilled side, we can take respite patients. So if you are a caretaker, you are entitled to a vacation or a break. So we could take them into the skilled side and your loved one would be watched and everything would be taken care of for them.
Matter of fact, I think you've got somebody in there that I know, I think. Because her mother needs help, and she had to go fly someplace for a funeral. Mm-hmm. And I remember she said she had dropped the mother off at a...
We do that, we do respite care
Yeah.
for them.
And we do that in retirement as well. I call them short stays, but short stays respite. If somebody's still living at home and the family wants to go on vacation, but they don't feel comfortable enough,
Yeah.
we have a gentleman that comes to us like every 3 months. He has the same room. He checks in. A week later, his family comes back. He checks out, and
Oh, that's neat.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
a pet
we're-
drop-off.
But he's in a safe environment. He doesn't need
Right.
skilled
Yeah.
nursing. It's just the family's a little hesitant to leave him on his own.
Yeah, and that should be. Because some people you really don't want to leave alone.
Right.
And, but I just found out about that, like I said, with this woman, and said her mother was in, maybe it was Regency, I'm not sure. But I thought, that's cool. So she got to go to Texas for a week and not worry about her mother.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's what you guys do, that's great. Keep that in mind. Not that I'm going anywhere, but,
Did you want to speak? I thought it was interesting the type of people that we have, like the age range. We don't just cater to the elderly, but we do have a pretty diverse client base as far as people that are coming in. I know when I go to the skilled side, sometimes I see somebody walking down the hallway and I'm like, wait, did we hire somebody? And it's a resident, because we get all ages of residents that come to us.
We do have a variety of ages. We have people from young 50s, and our oldest patient, I believe, will be turning 101 this August.
wow.
So we have a variety of ages. We have a lot of diversity in our building. We have a lot of staff members of different cultures. We have a lot of patients that have different diversity backgrounds as well. We have longevity staff, folks that have been there 38 to 40 years.
Wow. Yeah, I probably know most of them.
And on retirement, I know that we try to stay with 55 and over, but we do have somebody, I believe our youngest resident right now is 47, depending on the needs, and it's a case-by-case basis, but we do allow younger people in there. I like to have a healthy mix of older and younger, and I think that works out well. I notice that the younger residents help the older residents with computer issues and iPad issues and things like that. We have a younger resident right now who's a master martial arts
Really?
expert, and he had his own studio for a while, and he got diagnosed with some sort of disease when he was younger, and so he still works out and practices and things like that. But I mean, just some of the people are amazing who are there.
Yeah. I know when we go in for our meetings, there's always 4 or 5 people sitting outside the meeting room. What are you doing here?
They just love activity. Yeah, just
And I said,
people
come on
watching.
in. Come on in and listen.
Right.
But nobody has done it yet except Whit Davis that one time, and then
Yeah.
he died after that, so. But that was, he was the only one that came in. No, there was another lady that came in too, she was blind. And she had stopped in, so we've had a couple of visitors. And of course, we're open anytime, because all we do is talk about our books or how to get published or whatever.
Right.
And it's nothing challenging or anything. And so but we enjoy it. And we enjoy what you guys do for us. And now we're on a summer break, so we're having, we got a pool party this month at a lady's house. She's got a pool in the backyard. She's bringing
wow.
a towel. I said, well, we'll see about that, but we got a couple of minutes left. So is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
Let's see. Just that you know, in the retirement section for independent living, again, it's just when people need an extra set of eyes on them. It doesn't mean that it's not assisted living. We don't hands-on assist people. And just the way to go about becoming a resident, you'd give me a call, you come in for a tour. There's staff there 24/7, so people can come in for tours anytime. Come in for a tour, let me see your medical summary, and that's about it, as long as people are appropriate. I've had people move in same day. On the skilled side as well, it's a bit of a rush for us, but we can get it done, so we can get same day admissions done. I had a woman come in with her family, and her family was just exhausted of taking care of her. They knew that they weren't doing a great job at it. They were doing it to the best of their ability. They knew that we could do a little bit better at it, and the woman was independent. She just needed reminders to eat meals, to go to meals, and to take her medications. And she came in the same day, and she slept that night, and she's now one of our residents, and she's doing well. So we do everything that we can to accommodate people coming in. I know there's not a lot of area facilities, and we're partners, and we have good relationships with all of our competitors, but there's an amazing amount of choices out there. But I always tell people, it's like buying a house or a car. You do it for different reasons. Every facility excels in different things and has different preferences, so just make the best decision for you.
And as far as the skilled side, we do clinically, we have a clinical admission director who is an RN, so we do screen our patients carefully to make sure that we can clinically take care of them.
And then if someone's at the hospital, if they're at Bacchus or L&M, they just have to mention Groton Regency. Our RN can see them in the hospital and answer any questions, and it's a smooth transition process from there.
Well, that's cool. I was reading about Stonehenge the other day. That's one tremendous facility.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're rich, you can get in.
Yeah, I like to think we're a middle-of-the-road facility. You know, our rates are pretty competitive, but we also accept that state assistance, which is huge, because I don't know what I'm going to do for my retirement, but I don't know.
Spend it quickly at Stonehenge.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking the facility. I think it's a tremendous program up there. And they do so much, and the residents have all gotten together and decided there was other things they want to do. And I was reading in the paper, this is not secret stuff. But anyway, I wish you guys luck, and I'm glad you came back on the show again, and it's so nice to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a
And-
pleasure meeting you.
Same here, and I hope to see you on this side of the building, not on the inside.
You can come in and say hi.
Yeah, the next time I go and talk to Keith. Coming up at Park VFW, we have a fish fry on the second Friday of July, and they're going to have a lobster bash, double lobster dinner for $30 on July 29th. And if you want any information, call the VFW at 860-599-2404, or you can contact me, I can give you information. Connecticut Authors and Publishers Association, or CCAP, Southeastern Authors, are going to be doing book signings at the Groton Farmers Market in Washington Park on Groton on Tuesdays from 3 to 6. And stop in and see me or us. We got a bunch of local authors down there. We're also going to be at the North Stonington Agricultural Fair, July 13th through the 14th. Look us up. You might find some interesting books too. For previously aired shows, tune into scctv.org, scc-tv.org, and click on the YouTube button, or you can go to my site, Books and Things with Tom, on YouTube, and you can get all the shows. Also check my Facebook page, Books and Things with Tom, because I'm always updating that. Special thanks to Frank and Frank at SCC-TV for helping me with my show. And without them, those lights would be out. And by the way, we operate on donations, so if you like what you see, drop a check off. It doesn't go to me. I can't make any money. But it does help keep the lights on and the things running in here. We'd appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Email me at santostom@comcast.net. You should be reading. Cuddle up with a good book. See you next time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Thanks.